Yeah, that was quick. Right, so just twist the PRV.
Yeah. It's a rubbish hand here too.
Yeah, it's had past building work. You can see where that hole is up there. If it won't.
Let's go.
So we're just letting the pressure out. People say you shouldn't touch PRV to drain a boiler, but in the real world it's very difficult not to. Some boilers do have drain-offs where you can drain them from, but a lot don't, so you ain't got much choice. So just did it flip back round or is it jammed open?
That's it. It's okay, I think.
We'll try it again then. Just turn it and it flicks. Only can go one way though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a flip back, yeah?
Yeah.
So you need to turn it enough before it flicks back, but you need to, it's a bit of a feely type of thing. You get the sense of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can sort of feel it before it flicks back.
Yeah.
So is it open?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So just tell us what I mean by what I've just told you.
It's like a half to 3/4 turn, which is keeping the valve open.
Right. So you get a sort of sense of feel.
Yeah. You push it another quarter and it'll just flick back.
That's the one. That's it. So it's just a bit of a sensing feeling. You get used to it. Most PRVs are like this. This is what you have to do to keep them open. So that's just a bit of a learning curve. What would you say, Kev?
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Got to get used to turning them.
Good. That's what it's all about. Ask that question again.
Do we close this now?
So why would you want to close it?
Or if you're going to fill up the system?
But do you want to fill up the system now?
No.
Why did you drain it?
No. Yeah. Because we're going to be working on the boiler.
So we need it open.
Okay.
Okay. So in order to take out that sensor, we need a 13mm spanner to unscrew it. So we'll get a spanner. Before we do unscrew it, we need to prepare the new sensor. You can get a washer to go with it, but if you haven't got a washer, I'm just going to use old-fashioned PTFE and put it on a thread, and then we screw it in. The other thing to be aware of, there might be some water that comes out once you screw the sensor out. So you just got to be careful of that. You might need a cup or something to catch the water. So where the pump is, you just need something at location there to catch it if there is. Sometimes it empties and there's no water, but you might get a bit. Just a bit of word of caution. Okay, so Kevin's gonna put some PTFE on the sensor, wrap some round the thread, and then we'll take out the old one. Right, Kevin's attempting to put the PTFE on the thread, but he's actually doing it wrong. You need to do it the opposite way, so you're not actually letting the roll sort of go over that, because you're going to just if you drop that now, it just spill. So you need to have it the other way so you can control the way it goes on. Let me show you. You see how I've got it this way? Instead, I can control my fingers and stop that being pulled, and do it this way with the thread. So I've got control of it, and you've got that bit of tension on it as well. like that. Okay. We're now going to start removing the old one. So go on, you can. So we're going to get a 30mm spanner and unscrew that sensor.
Different size too.
Pardon?
Different size of the gun. I've got it.
So what you want to do once you before it actually comes out the thread,
Yep.
do it with your hand and then just check to see if there's any water behind it before you actually take it out fully. So you turn it enough that it's like hand tight, but don't fully take it out. You can suck it air in now.
Yep.
So just leave it a little bit longer. What you can do, you can either get your new one ready and do a snatch, and then get ready to put the other one in. There shouldn't be much water, but you can gauge it by taking the old one out and feel if there's any water there, any pressure. It's not too bad. When you're screwing that in, it's got to be, make sure it's not cross-threaded or anything. It's high up so it's hard to see what it's doing. This is real life boiler repair training. Have you got that in? Did it go in alright?
It's gone in.
You happy it didn't cross-thread?
Feels okay.
Tell the people, Kevin, like, by watching videos, like other people watching this video now, and actually doing the job itself, what's the difference?
I mean, the main thing is getting your hands in, and the videos are great, but there's nothing like actually being here, doing the turn, feeling the tension, access, all that sort of stuff. But the videos are great, but to actually get out and do it is much better. Making mistakes as well, which helps you correct yourself for next time.
Right, so going out doing the job like this now, would you say it's vital? Is it imperative you do this? Because watching a video, anyone can watch a video.
Well, for me personally, yeah, because I've never worked on these sorts of appliances before, so it's great for me to get hands-on experience.
Right, I'd say it's really crucial. It's going to accelerate you because, as you said, making mistakes and doing things, and you're like with me now, looking at this job, and I can guide you hands-on to do things right.
Yeah.
So it's just to let other people know this type of training is absolutely crucial for you to accelerate in being a boiler engineer.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Great experience.
All right. Good. So we're now going to close that PRV. give it a couple of flicks just to make sure it's seated. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Would you always double check them, so just to...
Yeah, well, give it at least twice.
Yeah.
And we can go outside and check to see if it's leaking as well. Right, so we're going to reconnect the lead back onto the sensor. Now that green one.
Yeah, take that off.
All can go one way as well.
Yeah.
If it's difficult to go on one way, that's not the right way. Turn it the other. No effing and jeffing on the camera.
Alright.
Let me have a go if it's not going on. I'll do it.
You have a little go, so...
Okay, I'll do it. So as I was saying before, this all can go one way. That's the wrong way. That way. It's going to be that way. When you rewatch this video, you'll see how it goes on. Anyway, so that's on now, and we're going to fill it back up, and we'll see, make sure it's not leaking outside. We'll go and check on that as well. So we can do is fill the boiler up, fill links underneath. It's about 1.3. Also check, make sure you got no leaks from that sensor what you just put in.
Yeah.
Nothing not leaking out.
No.
Hey, you're a very clever man, aren't you?
Yeah, but it ain't filled up yet.
Well, you know about it by now. You'd be getting a bit wet. It's about 1.3. Now what you can do, Kevin, just have a quick observation to gauge if that PRV was leaking. You've seen it start going down. So have a look at it and just observe it and see if it's starting dropping down. So that's an indication that it's passing. If it stays still, then that's good. It's not passing. So that's a quick sort of reference point. Once you fill it up, have a quick observation of the gauge, monitor it for about a minute, see if there's any movement.
Occasionally will they pass, so...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you might have to replace them, or you might have to just give them another few flicks, you know, like done before. You might have to do it again.
Is that debris building up inside then, is it?
Yeah, a bit of crap on the back of, on a washer, basically. They get a bit brittle. Is that stain?
Yeah, seems to be okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's looking all right. So, as I said, you'd know about it. That'd be dropping by now. So, because we're at the top of the system as well, so it won't take much for it to drop.
Yeah.
So that's looking okay. That's good. What we're going to do as well, we're going to, before we turn, I'm going to look in the combustion chamber, and we're going to lubricate the fan. Just make sure it's okay. Put a bit of WD on it. So that's our next job. So we're going to remove them screws. You've done that before.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to remove the screws around the combustion chamber. There's 15 screws. A lot of screw in there. Right, Kevin's going to spray some WD on the fan just to make sure it's loose so he can spray some on. Kev, go on then. And then just sort of move up with your finger, just make sure it's spinning okay. It's spinning alright?
Yeah, it's fine.
Right, okay. So we'll just do that just to keep it tweaked up, that it doesn't seize up. So, it's not in very good condition, this boiler. You can see it's a bit rusty. But it works, but it's not the best in condition. So, if you look at the burners and the electrodes, can you just have a visual inspection, just see what you can see in there? Have a look. So you can see them two electrodes there.
Yeah.
One's a spark electrode,
Yeah.
one's a flame sensing electrode. So that's what the ignition is done by. So that looks okay. Right, we'll put that back and we'll give it a run to see what happens. So Kevin, when you're putting that screws back, put the centre one in at the top first. And just do a few screws on it, don't have it dead tight, and then what I suggest you do the bottom one now, the two bottom corners. It just stops it twisting,
Yeah.
and then just work your way around. Put them all in loose first, so they all centralise on the holes. And then once you've got them all in, then you can tighten them up. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to do the working pressure on the boiler. So we're going to attach U-gauge to the outlet of the gas valve. Inlet should say, the gas valve, because that's the bottom connection. So we're going to do that now. He's just getting himself set up. So that's connecting on now, is it, Kev?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Okay.
So we need to put the fuse back in on the boiler. Now, can you remember what I said when we drained down the boiler? Which mode we put it in?
Central heating mode.
Why?
Run the air out.
Okay, good. So it's on central heating, the selector switch. Just press the time clock, and that
Manual.
manual one, yeah, the manual one, till the bar moves along. That's it. And then it's vibrating a bit. That pump sounds a bit knocky. Right, so yeah, you can hear the air going out the boiler. You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear a lot of settling down. So yeah, so leave it, like I said, for a bit longer. That'll get disperse the air out the boiler. So we're now running the hot water. That should work in pressure. So what we're going to do now, we're going to look at the burner pressure. So I'll turn that off. Turn the heating off, just in the same way. That's it, yeah. So take your fuse out again. And then we're going to take the gauge off and put it on the outlet of the gas valve and look at the burner pressure.
Put it back on.
So yeah, put it back on. So we've now attached to the top. You can see it there, the outlet. So yeah, I'll run the tap again. So it's fired up. Just let that front down now. So as you were saying about the burner pressure, anyway, look at the burner pressure. So that's what it is. So what I'm going to get you to do is, can you see the green solenoid and you've got the two white wires, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, remove your screwdriver from there. What we're going to do, we're going to pull one of them leads off and that will drop it down to minimum burner pressure. So we'll get a pair of pliers to do it, or you can do it with your hand. Now it won't shock you, it's only 24 volts, so it won't shock you. If you can't do it with your hand, I'll use a pair of pliers. Right, oh, you pulled it off. Right, now it's dropped down now. Yeah, so that's about right. So if you want to adjust that burner pressure, right, what you would do, can you see the front of the module egg? Well, you've got the inner nut and the outer nut. The brass one is the outer one. There, yeah. So you'd adjust that for your minimum burner pressure, and then you'd see the gauge move up and down. So once you set that, then you attach the lead back on again. Attach the lead back on. And now it's shot back up. And then you would adjust the small one, the front one, yeah, that one there. You'd adjust that to your maximum burner pressure, which is about right, about 9. So that's how you'd adjust the maximum minimum doing that process. Did you get that?
Yep.
Okay. So we put the cover back up and we're going to put the front panel on, and that's us really. So everything's working alright. So we're out of here, on to the next job, and we'll see you on the next one.